So I'm going to show you guys this Mastercool hydraulic flaring tool. And before I show you this bad boy over here, which I just got and I'm really happy with, I want to show you what most of us have. This is an OTC flaring tool kit, $45 on Amazon, and comes with a clamp bar and both SAE American and metric flares for the 45-degree double flare on the American braking systems, and then the metric bubble flare, which is more on some American cars but on a lot of Asian and European cars. So it's a standard kit. You clamp the brake lines, and it basically fucks the brake line. It completely crushes it and damages the line, and leaves scarring on the protective stuff. So that's the first thing I don't like. 2, you have to clamp it really hard, otherwise it slips. 3, it's not stable when you have the forcing cone pushing down on the unit. It's rarely going to be absolutely straight, and so you can often get the result being that you've damaged the end. The end is formed slightly off center. It's crooked. It's going to leak on you. Some people are good at this stuff. I managed to damage my brake lines that I formed for my new ultimate Rabbit GTI project, so I was pissed off. So I went and spent the $300 and got this tool. So I'm just going to demonstrate it to you because I've been on YouTube and I've looked at other demonstrations, and they're okay, but I got my son Evan here doing the video for me, so I don't have to move the camera around by myself and look awkward. So I'm going to show you how you do it. I'm going to do a double flare, and then I'm going to do a bubble flare. So first thing you do, cut a piece of tube. I'm using 3/16 or 4.75 millimeter tube. You've got to open up the inside, deburr it, and that's the only thing that this particular kit doesn't have. It doesn't have this reaming tool, so that you can make sure that you've got all the flashing out of the center. So I'm going to do both sides right now, so that I can run the bubble flare and run the both flares. But this tool literally, again, time me, but it's basically about a minute, and it's flawless and it looks OEM quality. So anyway, do a good job of opening these up. Don't leave any junk in there, and then grab a little piece of sandpaper or whatever have you and clean the outside edges off, so that there's no ridge on the outside edge. So once you've got your tube ends clean, then we'll grab this thing and start going. First thing you do, I'm going to do a double flare, which is the harder one because it's a 2-step process, and I just slashed my wrist with a grinder today. Anyway, take the tube, put it in the tool for, this is a 45-degree inverted flare, and you just line it up so it's flush. Boom. Then you grab the tool, and this wing nut, just make sure it's backed out. Drop this in, and then tighten it up. And the thing is, you don't have to totally go crazy on this thing. Like, this is not to be really tightly jammed up. So then I've got the bubble flare in here, so let's get the hell bubble flare out of here. So the 45-degree flaring tool, there it is there. Drop it in, and then you thread this up manually by hand until it basically engages inside the tube. So as soon as you're snug, just close off the valve for the hydraulic tube and pump it. And it pumps really easy. There's no force to this at all. And then as soon as there's resistance, you're done. Release it and spin her back out. And what you've done is you've now flattened the tube. It's doesn't look like much, but what I'll do next is the next piece of it, which is the final cone flaring. So again, just back it off until you can get the cone in there, and then whip it in. Make sure you're aligned. And sorry, the lighting's not great in here, but there we go. It's in now, right? Tight. Close the valve, and let's flare it out. Okay, resistance is there. Open it up, spin it out. We're done. Okay, let's have a look at it and see whether I did a decent job. All right, so this has been opened up. Just going to pop this off, and voila, there is a perfect OEM quality flare. So let's have a look at it. All right, beautifully done. And I'm going to say that that will not let you down. It's absolutely clean. So I'm going to do a bubble flare next. So I'll put this one away. So as I said, it's about a minute to get it done. And I'm yabbering away, but instead of talking, I could have been a little bit more efficient maybe. So let's grab the bubble flare. Same thing. We're going to drop it in here, line it up. You could do this when it's already in the tool. I'm just experimenting, but I don't think I need to do it in the tool. You just want to double check that you put the cone away. Drop this thing in. And I'm still aligned. Tighten it up. Just double check that it hasn't moved in or out. In my case, actually, it did move a little tiny bit. So let me just line it up so it's flush. And I'm good. Tighten it up. Grab the bubble flare. Drop her in. Screw this in. Engage it so that it is going inside the tube. Did I get it or not? Okay. Did I get it? I don't know if I'm in or not. Let me just go slowly up and see if I've got it or not. It doesn't feel like I'm engaging it. So let me just be careful. I don't want to wreck it on camera. Oh, there it goes. It took just a little bit of force. So I'm engaged by hand. I'm closing it. Oh, I'm opening it. No, I'm closing it. And then squeeze. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Start feeling the resistance. You're done. That's it. I've done a bubble flare. So let me just loosen it back up. Pull this out. And let's have a look and see whether or not Dastardly Derek did a decent job. And here is, oh, look, another perfect flare. Okay, there's your bubble flare. So there's your 45-degree flare. There's your bubble flare. No damage to the tube exterior, no ridges or anything that's ugly, and that is worth the price of admission. The other thing I like is I shouldn't say everybody, some people were complaining that you needed a certain amount of depth of straightness to be able to flare, and that was going to limit how tightly you could bend things before you had a coupling, and it's an inch, which is totally doable. So you can use this tool on the car. You don't have to be hauling the brake lines off and doing it on the bench. You can use this tool on the car, and it's a little bit heavy, but I think this thing is amazing, given that I've destroyed so many brake lines just screwing around with this other kit over here. So anyway, there we go. Mastercool universal flaring kit. 2 thumbs up, 5 stars. Thank you.